guys, and today we're going to be learning how to make the White Lady cocktail using top shelf orange bitters. Now let's get started right away. To start, you're going to need some top shelf gin. We're going to be going for 1.5 ounces. This is a fairly citrus forward gin, which is going to add some nice character to this cocktail, which is typically a little bit drier. Then we're going to add some Cointreau, triple sec. You can even use some Grand Marnier, some kind of orange liqueur. Going for 3/4 ounce of that orange liqueur. Adding a little bit of our citrus juice here to add some acidity, balance off the sweetness of this cocktail. We're gonna go for 3/4 ounce as well of our freshly pressed lemon juice, followed of course by a little bit of sweetener. This will add a nice little texture on your tongue, a little bit of sweetness. Just a 1/2 ounce will do for the simple syrup. And then of course we're gonna add a few dashes of our top shelf orange bitters to give it a nice orange oomph, a little bit of a backbone. It's got a little bit of ginger in there as well. It's gonna add some depth and dimension to our cocktail. Then of course we're gonna add some egg whites. So we're gonna go ahead and gather egg whites, just crack an egg on the side here, catching the yolk inside the shell, letting the egg whites drip right in there. If you're looking to make some eggs Benedict the next morning, make sure to save these yolks, or if you're a baker, save these yolks. You don't want to waste anything, especially if you have a use for it. Now that we've got our egg whites in here and I've got my cocktail contents in here, we're gonna give this a nice dry shake. A dry shake is when you shake without any ice. This is gonna add some air into our concoction. It's gonna foam up and emulsify. So if you're using any cream, egg whites, or espresso, you're gonna get a nice thick frothy foam by starting or finishing with the dry shake. Dry shake's not enough, however, we do need to chill and dilute this a little bit, so we're gonna add some ice and I'm gonna give it what we call a wet shake. So essentially a traditional shake. Now that we have some ice in here, we're gonna go ahead and chill and blend some more. About 10 seconds usually does the trick. Your tin will be getting nice and chilled, ice cold on the outside. Now we're gonna double strain this with a fine strainer. Since we are not serving this on the rocks, it's served straight up. You wanna catch any excess ice particles with the fine mesh strainer. Just like that. Now that foam is gonna settle, it's gonna essentially rise to the top. In the meantime, we can grab our garnish. So for our garnish, we're gonna be using a lemon peel. Simply peel off a piece of lemon. We're gonna give that a trim. And once you have your piece, we're gonna give it a little slit right down the middle. And that'll give us an opportunity to rest it right on the rim. And egg whites tend to have a little bit of a funky smell, so you could have expressed the oils of that lemon peel on top, but instead of doing that, we're essentially gonna mask the flavor, or the aromas rather, of that egg white with some top shelf orange bitters. Just like that, just a few dashes, and now you're gonna have a nice, fresh orange aroma on top of your cocktail. And this is our White Lady using top shelf orange bitters. Enjoy.